Hi, JD here. Sunday night. Just thought I'd, you know how everyone's voicing complaints at the moment, and there's good reason, of course, with all the stuff that's going on around us, the madness. But my complaint is, yeah, this company here. Okay, you're seeing that backwards, but the reason I'm complaining about this is because let me just show you. This little book is costing me a fortune. This little book is costing me a fortune because Gail, my wife, is swapping from Woolworths to Coles big time because of this particular little book. And I've got on my screen here what's happening at Coles. Okay, so it's free little books in the typical sort of incentive style format where if you spend $30 at Coles, you get one of these little books. And guess what? My wife has been completely sucked in. Okay, you'd think if she was married to me and I've made a living out of dreaming all this stuff up, that she would be somewhat immune to it, but she's not. David, how are you, mate? The reason I bring this up is because I fell into this trap a few years ago myself. It's called incentive-based marketing, and guess what? I bought about 1,000 boxes of Peroni beer to get this free beer glass. I'll put it over here as a better contrast, okay? You'll see Peroni written there. You're seeing it backwards, but so even if you like the developer of these incentive-based promotions gets sucked in from time to time. And the reason I'm jumping on a Sunday night is that tomorrow night I have a webinar. You know how people say a live webinar? What other sort of webinar would there be? But anyway, well, pre-recorded one, of course, yes. Anyway, tomorrow night I'm concentrating on showcasing to business owners what we call incentive-based marketing. Okay, now incentive-based marketing, as the name implies, is all about providing someone with an incentive to buy your products or services. And if you think about it over the years, these guys, I brought up on my computer here just so I could show a few of them. Oh, this is one that I did many, many years ago when I was the advertising guy at Woolworths. Anyone around about my vintage, which is 120, might remember this. When you went to Woolworths, for every $5, was that $5 I think it was? Yeah, $5 you spent, you just put it onto an A5 size saver sheet, and then you saved up all of these stamps, and then you got the cookware for special prices. Well, this was glassware, but we did cookware as well. I think the cookware one, let me just bring it up. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so we did the cookware stuff as well. It went nuts, absolutely crazy. This is what's called incentive-based marketing. I've got another sample here. This is what cornflakes do, and wouldn't matter what age you are, you know that Kellogg's have been doing this incentive-based marketing forever, where they put toys in the box and well, excite you to buy their breakfast cereal. This is a beer one. I was showing you a beer glass a moment ago, but this one here is Guinness, so therefore that's at the supermarket. They've got their stand there, and if you bought a number of cases of their beer, then of course you ended up with a free beer glass. Now the reason I'm highlighting all of this is that, let me just put my chair up, the reason I'm highlighting this is tomorrow night I'm going to be demonstrating to you what has proven to be the number one incentive in the world. And that's a big claim, I know. I've done all of this stuff. I've done, you name it. Wouldn't matter whether it happens to be toys, whether it happens to be sporting goods, whether it was giving away TVs, lawnmowers, refrigerators, you name it. And there is one that beats all of those put together. And I know because I've got statistic after statistic after statistic. So if you are a business owner and you're interested in learning about incentive-based marketing, then you might like to register. The button is above, or the link is above me here, or below me, wherever it is, and it's tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. It's not going to be replayed, so these people who run webinars and then replay them end up shooting themselves in the foot. Okay, as a marketer, I know that if you create a webinar and then, there's nothing wrong with it, don't get me wrong, but if you end up, sort of repeating it, no one turns up to the first one because they know that they can see it over and over again. So this will be a once-er, and if you're interested, if you'd like to know how to use incentive-based marketing for your business, then you might like to register. There was a really classic one a few years ago that I had a client who was a turf farm on the Gold Coast. I'm on the Gold Coast, and he was on the Gold Coast in the Tamborine Mountains. And he said to me, look, I've got around about 6 kilometres worth of turf, and I've got to get rid of them before spring because then I replant again and, basically make more money. He said, have you got any thoughts on giving away one of those Happy Meal toys that you talk about all the time? And I said, okay, well, landscapers. What do landscapers enjoy? Well, of course, the answer was beer. Most landscapers are guys and they like a beer. But normally they would drink maybe Crown Lager or 4X. And I said to him, okay, well, how about we give them the upmarket beer that normally people in sports jackets would drink, and that's Crown Lager. And he said, well, go on, how would it work? I said, well, we'll send out a mailer and email as well, but keep in mind that landscapers aren't tech savvy. Well, some are, but a lot aren't. So therefore it was sent out in the mail and it was sent out via email and text. And that was, the deal was that if you bought your one home's worth of grass from this turf farm, you got a carton of Crown Lager. Okay, so one home's worth of grass is about 500 square metres for a normal front yard and backyard. Now, why landscapers? Because they're going to be buying more grass than Betty Bankstown and her husband, of course. So what happened is that we sent out the deal. We said to them, listen, if you'd like to actually buy one home's worth of grass, we'll give you a carton of Crown Lager. Guess what? 6 days into the promotion, he rings me up and says, I got a problem. I said, what's that? He said, 6 kilometres of grass has gone. We've got no more grass. We're actually buying grass from other turf farms to keep up with the demand for the beer. Okay, so that's when the Happy Meal toy takes over from the actual product, but that's a good thing, by the way. Most of the successful incentive promotions that I've been involved in, the incentive has nothing at all to do with the product. So therefore, what's a toy got to do with a hamburger? Nothing. What's a toy got to do with breakfast cereals? Nothing, okay? Now, beer glasses do have something to do with beer, no doubt about that, but the most successful one seems to be where the actual incentive has no relationship to the actual product. And I'll show you some statistics tomorrow night. Can't even say that. I'll leave it at that, but if you have been hooked on the Coles little books, okay, or the Oshies or whatever it is at Woolworths some time ago, I think they're about to launch again, then you might like to know how you can do that sort of thing for your business. It doesn't matter whether you're selling to adults, whether you're selling to other businesses, whether you're selling to white collar or blue singlet. I will show you tomorrow night how to run an incentive-based promotion, and I'll show you the #1 incentive in the world. And it's not me just saying, well, that's my opinion. It's statistically the #1 incentive in the world. I'll be showcasing that to you tomorrow night. If that's not a good enough tease, I don't know what is. The link is above me or below me. It kicks off at 7 o'clock. It'll probably be about 60 minutes, and I'll try and make it, I hate death by PowerPoint webinars, so I'll try and make it interesting for you as best I can, but it won't be death by PowerPoint. But I'll be giving you a whole host of different examples of incentive-based promotions, and at the same time, I'll show you the #1 incentive promotion in the world tomorrow night. 7 o'clock, register now. Talk to you later.